I realized in Gran Turismo it's all in how you look at it. This round of the Manufacturers' Cup at Spa could turn out great. It's a great track that produces great racing that I always seem to do really well at. Or it could be horrible. The dynamic weather could make the race really stressful, or I could get taken out at the hairpin. Stay tuned to see how it turns out. Welcome back, racers. You're watching MMG. I'm Tom. This is the 5th round of the Manufacturers' Cup at Spa. Almost over. So like I said in the intro, I think it's really all in how you look at it. I like Spa. I think it's a great track. I like Group 3 cars. I think they're legitimate race cars. But something could happen. And there's dynamic weather involved, so it could definitely be something pretty crazy. So I qualified in P4. Let's go racing. So this first corner tends to be a little bit chaotic. The Viper's looking down the inside. I give him a little bit of space there. I managed to kind of hold them off. So 20 laps at Spa. There's one required pit stop, but you don't need to do any tire change. The only thing you do have to be careful of is there's dynamic weather involved. So you can see the band of rain there. You got to keep track of when that's going to hit, so that you know when to get into the pits to switch out your tires. The tire wear is up a little bit too, so your mediums are not going to last for the whole race. So you got to kind of decide how far you want to push them. A little bit of chaos at the beginning here, but I'll keep it going. I did do quite a bit of practicing for this in the lobbies, and everything's going great until... So again, it's all how you look at it, but right now I'm looking at it pretty depressed. You can see right here, I get that tire on the grass just a little bit as I start to brake to go into Pouhon, and yeah, so I was in 4th, now I'm in 14th. I gotta push to catch back up. Fast forward to lap 3, and I do catch up to the back of the pack. Catch somebody who kind of goes wide there, at Radeon. I fall in behind Nizzy in the Lexus here. Just looking for an opening. So I'm still keeping an eye on that weather. The rain's getting a little bit closer. It looks pretty light though. It's that shade of green. Feel like I have a little bit of a run here. Take a look down the inside, and he does a really good job of kind of short braking himself there to keep the speed so that he can go around the outside. That was a really well defended there. He kind of gets away from me there. I kind of boot that corner, but I get a good run coming out of this last corner here before Blanchimont, and that is a big deal. You can really make up a lot of time there. You can see the delta's dropping pretty quickly. Flat through here. We're coming up to the chicane at the end here. And this is a pretty good dive by me. I do get right to the apex. I feel like I gave him enough space there. And I feel like I made that work. So now I'm up to P11. Seems like I have enough pace to get back in the race. So again, it's all in how you look at it. But I know I got to push to get back with the rest of the pack. Fast forward to lap 5. And I blow that one. I was watching him so closely that I just blew that brake point and I gave that back. Fast forward to lap 6. Get that position back. Shout out to Felipe Costa. We passed each other a bunch of times during this race, and he was always really clean, so I really appreciate it. Fast forward to 8, and I don't know what I was watching there. I didn't look for my brake point, and I knocked him off. So kind of gave up that position again. Sorry about that. Have a look at that. Yeah, see, I just missed that. I was watching him. I wasn't watching my brake points. Shout out to Bromwich. I'm sorry if I totally junked your race there. Fast forward to lap 9. I can see some people are starting to come in off the mediums. Starting to catch back up again to the people that I accidentally knocked off the track. Those are some of the front runners. Make up a couple spots there. Fast forward again to lap 10. I'm right in behind Bromwich again, so I'm going to be extra careful not to take him out this time. Pick myself up a penalty there, I'm pretty sure. And he goes in, so hopefully he's not... Well, he is trying to undercut a little bit, I guess. Maybe I'm trying to overcut. So I moved up to P5. Net, I'm not really sure where I am. What I got to do now is take advantage of this clear air and try to put some good times in so that I can stay ahead of the guys that are in the pits. Fast forward to lap 11. There's a little bit of water. I'm not sure how I got a penalty there, but there's a little bit of water that's starting to show up. So my tires are taking a little bit of a beating. I went a little bit longer. And I looked at the weather and I decided not to go to the intermediates because it looked like it was going to be kind of light. So I come out of the pits in P8. Track still looks a little bit dry. There's a little bit of water accumulating, but not much. Fast forward to 15, and I don't know where this extra rain came from because you look at the radar, but I blow Blanchimont there, go way wide, and you can hear the tires squealing. They're obviously hydroplaning a little bit. So I'm going to start taking it a little bit more careful. Some of the front runners went in to get their intermediates on. So, you can hear the squealing again, and I kind of blow the apex of that corner. So I can see people spinning out here into the wall. My tires are spinning. And I jump into the options there and turn up that traction control. I think what I can see is the weather's going to pass. So I practiced a bunch in the wet. Let's see if I can take advantage. Again, it's all in how you look at it, right? This could be a disaster. I stayed out of the mediums in the rain. Or I took a risk and it is going to pay off. We'll see. So fast forward to lap 16. You can see by the radar there, the weather is starting to pass. And I've managed with my traction control and medium tires to gain a couple more spots, but I was having so much fun there that I overdrove myself into that corner on lap 17 and gave back one of those spots. He didn't touch me or anything, I just got off the dry line and did that to myself. And there's another one. So now I'm down to P6. But I mean, it's still good. Fast forward to lap 20. Made up one spot because somebody who went off. And the track's dried out now. And my medium tires are working just like they're supposed to. This poncho goes a little wide there. I get a better run on the inside. And I managed to solidify that spot. But now I just got to make sure I don't make any mistakes into this last chicane, because I've done that before. Come out of here a little too hot, put your foot on the throttle, and spin yourself into the wall. Nice and easy. There we go. So, P4 to the back to P4. So I guess it's all in how you look at it. I went through all that just to get to P4, or I went through all that and got all the way back to P4. If you like watching these videos, hit the like button. It does a lot for the video. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.